It's the King, Not Queen podcast.
Yeah. It sure is the King Not Queen podcast. My name is Nina and I am your host. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, my voice is gone. Like literally. Ooh, what was that? Yo, guys, I finally got an intro. I can't move around too much because might be crossing some wires. But guys, I finally got an intro. I'm just like, I made it myself. If you can't tell, she's kind of bootlegging trash. But we stand my intro. Like, come on now. I really did that. Do you like my autotune at the end? It's not autotune. That's just my natural voice. Natural voice. But yeah, hi guys, welcome back. I think I said in the last episode that I'd be back next week for a bonus episode, but I never did it. We all know me. But I am still on track. I only missed 1 week. This is a bi-weekly podcast, so let's keep up. Let's keep up with the pace. So yeah, I'm back and with a new intro. I'm still on it. It came out like, it's not excellent, but I literally was gonna have someone make it for me. Like, I was on Fiverr and I was like, okay, I'll just like pay someone to make it for me, like a cheap little like boop doop. And I was like, you know what, let me just download GarageBand and just do it myself. And I did, and it took me like an hour and a half, and you know, I did that. There will not, however, be little interludes between, you know, my segments this week, but for the next podcast there definitely will, because I now know how to produce and I will be producing them on my own. So just be on the lookout for those in the next podcast, because it's very exciting. We're really just upgrading. We're really just doing the thing. But yeah, so my weekly recap, I literally need to start taking notes during the week, because I literally forget things, like, as the weeks go on. Does that make sense? So, let me just start off by telling this story. So, it was just, okay, I just had a really bad day Sunday. So, I had to go to work, and I volunteered to go in an hour early. That's no problem. That's more money, and it's, you know, helping someone else that needed, you know, that extra hour to, like, get off of work, you know? So I don't mind at all. So I get on the 1 o'clock bus, and I get on the bus, I pay my $1, I sit down. It's literally just me and some other guy. And all of a sudden, I notice that the bus pulls over. So I'm like, and there was a snowstorm on Sunday. Just mind you, it was a whole snowstorm. So he pulls over, and I'm just like, what's going on? He was like, I'll be right back. You'll be right back? You're the bus driver. You got a schedule to follow. I'm so confused. So he was already late anyways. Like, he was late to my stop, so he's already behind schedule. He pulls the bus over, puts the little blocks down to make sure it doesn't roll away, and then turns off the bus and closes the door and just leaves us on the bus. Like, I legit thought I was either, like, being pranked, that, like, I didn't even know what to think at all. Like, I was just so shocked that he would do something like that. Like, am I crazy to think that? Oh, my goodness. So, I'm just, like, and my mom literally walked past us because she was going to the store. She was like, Nina, is that you? I'm like, yes, it's me. He just left us on the bus. And, like, what if I was with what if there was, like, somebody creepy on the bus? Like, the dude I was with was, like, he was like, what's going on? So, he was clearly, like, with it. But, like, what if I was with someone who was, like, maybe crazy? Like, I could have, like, died. Like, I don't even know. Like, it was so scary. So, he just left. So, we just sat there, and then I started to file a complaint, as I should file a complaint, because he really, like, made me feel unsafe. So then and the thing is, it wasn't even like he was fixing the bus. He was going to Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee. And the line was so long in Dunkin' Donuts because it was a snowstorm and it was cold. So that was his decision. So my decision was to file a complaint. So I filed a complaint, took a picture, then my complaint deleted. So then I had to screenshot the picture and put the screenshot of the picture. It was a whole thing. He comes back, and then he starts up the bus, and we're like, what? And it wasn't like we could stop him from getting off the bus. Like, could we? Could I have stopped him from getting off the bus? But I still had time to get to work, so I wasn't really freaking out that much. But I would have been totally freaking out if it was like 1:45 and he left for 8 minutes. Like, I would totally be freaking out. So we start driving, and he drives by a stop. Like, he's just not there. And he also wasn't wearing his mask. Not him being not COVID friendly. So then we get to my stop, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say something. So then I went. That was weird. I had like a phlegm thing. So then I went up to the front, and I was like, that was unacceptable, and you will be getting reported. Period. And he was like, huh? You know what you did. So then I got off, and I was like, ooh, I really did that. And I filed my complaint, and they emailed me back and said that is unacceptable behavior, as it is. It is unacceptable behavior. And there has been some action taken against the bus driver, as there should be. He has always, and I, like, okay, not that I recognize him, but I swear it's the same one who's just always so rude to me. For some reason, I don't do anything to people to make them be rude to me. So, like, why? So, he was rude. He was very rude. So, he got some action taken against him. I don't want him to get fired. I just want him to never do that again. That's it. I want him to, like, I don't want him to get fired. I don't want to ruin anybody's career. Because, like, you're just trying to get your coin. But at the same time, don't do that. Like, it's just no. Anyways. And then, oh yeah, that's not even the half of it. So then I get to work, and it's snowing, which isn't that bad because there were no customers. But then when I was leaving, there were no Ubers, there were no Lyfts, and there were no taxis. So a girl, and the bus that I take to get to work stops running at 7 o'clock, and it was 10. So before I knew there were no taxis, I was waiting outside for 30 minutes to an hour for a taxi, and it never came. So then I had to wait for the bus. So then my phone was dying. It was a whole adventure. Like, it was crazy. I was like playing. I was the only person in the whole, like, shopping complex. Like, I was in the middle of the street. I literally crossed the street just, like, in the middle of the street. I was walking the middle of the street because there was just no cars, and I was just playing my Billie Eilish out loud. Like, it was crazy. And, like, it was, obviously, it was, like, snowing, and it was, like, a blizzard. Actually, no, it wasn't snowing. It was just, there was a lot of snow and not enough plows out. So it was very crazy, and my phone was at 25%, and then my bus was coming in like 15 minutes, so then I sat down at a bench for like 10, not even 10, like 8, and my phone, like, was dwindling. It was at 20%. I got on the bus, it was at 18, and that bus doesn't even drop me off at my house. It drops me off like maybe half a mile. We'll just say half a mile. It drops me off like a little bit less than half a mile from my house. So then I had to get off that bus. Mind you, it is 11:45. So I was like, oh my goodness. So then I had to walk home. And it actually wasn't that bad. I had my actually, no, I wasn't listening to music. I was talking to my mom. But it was just like, oh yeah, and I didn't want to use my AirPods because I knew that it was gonna, like, dwindle the battery, and I didn't want to, like, risk that. You know what I mean? So it was just a whole adventure. It was chaotic. That's what it was. It was very chaotic, and that never happens to me. I've never having to take the bus home. I've done it once, and that was last year. I haven't experienced that in a while. And, like, I first experienced that when COVID was happening, when COVID first happened, because there was no Ubers or anything. So that's where I'm at. So I had a very rough Sunday night. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. It was a problem. But yeah, that's what happened. And And then, okay, so these are quick few things. There is no reason for this to be on the list. Like, I didn't even get to watch the Super Bowl because I had to work. So sad. But my other thing was that next week is my February break. So there probably will be an episode next week because I don't have anything to do. I don't have school. So, like, there's no reason I can't get an episode out. So you'll probably get a special Valentine's Day episode if you want to. And I'm also starting to exercise. I'll leave it there. I'm trying to start exercise and get back into shape. And I've been, since it's like, no, it's snowy, I wanted to like run on the beach, but obviously it's snowy. So I've been running around my house, not the outside of my house, but the inside. Because my house is shaped like a circle. So I did 14 minutes of laps around my house. I don't know if that's the smartest idea, but it felt cool to run. so sad. And then I did like a little like routine thing. And I was supposed to do a Chloe Ting workout today with my friend. But last night I fell asleep in a position where my neck, I cannot move my neck. Still, I cannot move my neck. It literally is hurting very bad. And I know exactly how I felt excited. I went to sleep thinking like I'm about to be in pain tomorrow morning. And when I woke up and I couldn't move my neck, I was like, it was so bad. I felt, if you could picture this, I was on my stomach. My right arm was like reaching like up, like forward. And my neck, I was facing to the right. And that's why it hurts to do that right now, because that was how I was sleeping last night. I was on my stomach, I was facing to the right, and my arm was up. And I knew, because if you lay flat and just twist your neck and just hold it there, that hurts. Like, why did I think that was a good idea? So I woke up this morning, and I was like, and I was supposed to do it at 8 a.m., and I woke up this morning, and I was like, I cannot do this. Like, I can't even, like, stand straight because my neck hurts. That's not okay. That's actually not okay. But, I mean, I did it to myself. So I can't really complain. And I knew that was going to happen. But, I'm trying to, better myself and, be back in shape again. But, yeah, that was my opening weekly recap. There will be no interludes today, so we're just jumping straight into bad TV show movie review. I didn't watch any TV shows or movies that I know of. Like, I don't know why I'm like, I like literally blanked writing this earlier today, but I will talk about WandaVision. I'm not gonna say like the huge, humongous spoiler because like the way I screamed, the way I had tears in my eyes, the way I was smiling when this event happened in the show, like, is just too good to spoil for someone. Because that feeling, if you know what's going on and, like, why it's so amazing, like, then you don't deserve to have that be spoiled for you because it's just so wholesome and good. But the show is getting not getting so much better. It was always good. It was just that people were kind of hating on it because it's not the big movie. It's a TV show and they forget. Not that they forget, but like it's not usual of Marvel to do like this slow burn, but it's a TV show. Like what do you expect? So it's insane. Like it's insane, and there's 4 more episodes. Like I physically cannot wait anymore. And then once this show ends, Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out. Like that will be the next thing every Friday. Like come on, they're just keeping me fed. It's just so good. But Fridays, I swear to the dog that this I was gonna say this show, that Fridays come so much faster because of this show. Like, literally, it's already Wednesday, and the show comes out in 2 days. Huh? How, like, why does it's happening, like, so fast? Like, it's so crazy, like, the Fridays just come so fast, and they just know, and I watch it not right when it comes out, but, like, once I have, like, my study hall, I watch it during my study hall. It's just, chef's kiss. The best show. Like, I wanted to get some sort of award. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. And there's just so many theories. Like, I watch so many people's videos. People on TikTok are so obsessed with it. And I think that's just the side of TikTok I'm on. I don't think all of TikTok is obsessing over WandaVision. It's the same thing like Julie and the Phantoms. I was on Julie and the Phantoms TikTok, and I don't think everyone else was. So I think it's just like a, I think it's just, a phase we're all going through. But yeah. So the next, on the next podcast, I'm going to be discussing. Why is my hand shaking? It's literally... Am I nervous or something? Why is my hand shaking? Anyways, but next podcast, I'm going to be discussing the Britney Spears documentary, I think. I don't know where it is. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now. Britney Spears documentary.
Here are some matching news articles.
Sorry, that's so loud. But where is it? Oh, it's on Hulu. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to be watching the Britney Spears documentary. It's on Hulu, and I'll be reviewing that in the next episode. So just, stay tuned. I don't know if that will be its own episode. It depends. I want to take notes on it. Like, I want to be that girl who just takes notes on the documentary. I might do that and just have that be the bonus episode next week. If you're not interested in that, I'm sorry, but I find that to be so interesting. Okay. Anyways, moving on to my artist spotlight this week. I haven't been listening to any new music, especially like the whole Sunday fiasco. I literally listened to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? It's just a classic album. Like, it literally doesn't go wrong. I can listen to that all the time, and I can't get tired of it. Same thing with Tickets to My Downfall. I listened to that yesterday, and it's like, it's just still so good. And, like, both of those albums are just, like, staples. Like, I don't skip any songs. Like, I love Brockhampton. I really do. But and I'll listen to the whole album straight, like, if I have to, if I, like, don't want to skip it, if I just want to, like, keep doing my work and keep going. But if I can skip a song, I'll skip a song. So, I'll leave it there. But, by the way, Brockhampton's coming out with music, and I just, like, don't know when. So, like, when that happens, I think I might do, like, a live reaction on the podcast. It depends on how I feel, or I might put it on YouTube. But, anyways, for my artist spotlight, for the little music I've been listening to. Everyone and their mother's listening to Streets by Doja Cat. Let's be honest. It's all over TikTok. The song is just fire. It's complete fire. It's so good. And I put High School Musical on here because last Friday I was just, like, so into Bet on It and Scream from High School Musical and High School Musical 3 respectively. So and they just, like, kind of slap. Like, if you really go back and listen to it, they kind of slap. And then there's a song that I saw Corpse post on his Instagram, and I think I kind of like it. It's called What Could Possibly Go Wrong. I should listen to it again because I only listened to it once, but I'll give my opinions on it when I listen to it a little bit more. And then there's another song that I saw on an Instagram ad, and I am the queen of finding songs on Instagram ads. Okay, it happened twice, but it was gonna happen twice, but I let go of the second time, so we're gonna say it happened once. So I'm not really the queen. I'm the king, but not the king. This song called Bad by Lennon Stella, I literally heard it in an Instagram ad, like, between stories. I was like, yo, this song kind of slaps. And I swear I discovered this girl. I swear I discovered her. Because next thing you know, she's on tour with Five Sauce and has a song with Charlie Puth. Two artists that I listen to. Huh? Did that make sense? Because that's crazy. Like, that's honestly kind of crazy. But so this one is called Ski Mask by Baby Jane. And I heard it on an Instagram ad. I was like, okay, I think this kind of slaps. So I'm gonna listen to it. So you'll get my opinion on that in the next podcast as well. So just, stay tuned. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on. Ski Mask, Baby Jane, and what's the other one? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? I'm gonna put next podcast, next reg podcast, because I don't know if I'll do that next week. Okay, moving on to the next segment, taking a scroll. We're moving kind of fast today because A, I have other stuff to do. B, I don't really have much. This is like the shortest notes I've ever had for a podcast because I literally forgot everything that happened in the last 2 weeks. I'm so Okay, so taking a scroll, yet another influencer party. Are we surprised? Are we surprised at this point? Like, we literally cannot be surprised. That's all I'll say about it. But I finally watched this Shane Dawson exposed video by D'Angelo Wallace. First of all, D'Angelo Wallace is becoming one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm sorry Trisha Paytas, but he is. And it's just like I feel he just does so much research, and that's what I love about him, because it's just straight facts. And obviously there's going to be bias. There's obvious bias because it's like he has his own opinion, but the fact that he gets his facts and like make sure it's like not, make sure he's coming from like a place where he should and could and is able to say his opinions. I don't know, I forgot what the beginning of that sentence I was saying, but if you're following me, it just like, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but I love his content. So he made this video about Shane Dawson. Well, it was about Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and Tati Westbrook, which it was like not a year ago, but not a year ago. It was like a few months ago that he made it, and I've been waiting to watch this video for so long. It's like been sitting in my watch laters, and I finally got around to watching it, and oh my goodness, I literally have given Shane the benefit of the doubt, like, this whole time, being like, okay, like, it's not okay that he was racist, but it seems like he is very, like, aware of what he's done, and he apologized for it, and, like, he is not that way anymore. And I was like, I will watch, if he makes a documentary, I will be watching it, because I just want to see how, he's grown as a person since then, because, like, he's made multiple apologies. So, I'm not saying that what he was doing wasn't wrong and stuff, because it was wrong, but I feel like he was like somewhat taking ownership. He was not. He has done so many other things besides all like the racism stuff. He's done so much other things that's just like, huh? It just makes, I was watching it like, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, he's not the person we think he is, which is like absolutely crazy to think about, because like I really thought he did change, but he did not. And it's just like, wow, he's like not even owning up to it, like, and that's what D'Angelo was saying. He's like, he hasn't even mentioned these things that like are absolutely awful. There's no excuse for saying these things. It's just crazy. So I will still watch a Shane documentary, but I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt anymore until he says something about what he's done, because it's like, so it's awful. You guys have to watch, not you guys have to watch the video, but like, if you can sit through that and watch that, I suggest you watch it if you're on the fence about Shane Dawson. But yeah, speaking of Trisha, like I said earlier, she is again against the vlog squad. Like, what? I understand, like, that was a very traumatic point in her life. But, like, not that they don't care. They're never gonna say anything. So there's no point in, like, continuously feeding a fire that isn't gonna be on fire. I don't know if that makes any sense or if that was the right synonym, or metaphor, but, like, they're never gonna say anything unless she like really says something. They're never gonna say anything, because they know their fans are with them, and if people turn, then like, not that they don't care, but they have enough fans. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like she's really coming after them, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's kind of crazy. I also DM'd some people to be guests. I want to have is that a lot of noise? Let me stop doing that. I want to have guests. I might have a guest soon. I I know people, like, I want to interview people that I don't know. Like, I want to be, okay, this is not, I don't know if this is a career goal of mine or just, like, something on my bucket list, but I want to be able to interview people and ask them from a fan perspective, but also, like, a professional fan perspective. That's the new tongue twister. I want to ask them from that perspective, but and again, be professional about it. And I just want to be like an interviewer, because I like asking questions and I like having like conversations, especially with like people like that like are a character but they're not that in real life. Like, I don't know how to describe it. So I know I take a chance every week and I DM like celebrities or people that I've seen in TV shows, and like I try to see if they want to come on, even though they probably don't. They're just like, who listens to this? Nobody listens to this podcast, so why would I want to come on? So that's the main reason. So yeah, so I cross my fingers every day, hoping that, at least someone responds. Because the dream is to have Hassan on here. It really is. Anyways, okay. That's it for taking a scroll. I can't wait to have all the interludes in for this. Like, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so this is my closing. I'm not doing the Wikipedia thing today. Like, I just don't have patience for that. Also, my neck hurts. Like, I can't even look down at my iPad, so I'm just like having trouble. But guys, remember how I say every podcast, like, okay, and then I'm gonna post it. I have like so many YouTube videos I'm sitting on, blah blah blah. I posted 2, guys. I posted 2 YouTube videos since the last podcast. I think I'm on a schedule of every Saturday now. Believe me when I say that I post every weekend on Saturday. So yeah, I posted a round we try on haul, which a lot of people have seen more than I'm used to. But I posted that haul, so if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. I also posted a video. This video is literally from Halloween, like the day before Halloween, and I've literally just been sitting on this video for however long that is between Halloween and almost Valentine's Day. So that's where I'm at. But I really liked the video. I love the way I spent so much time editing it. I actually was putting my fullest effort in it, and I wanted so badly to cut out the parts where I was like, this is actually good, my makeup, because it clearly is not. But, like, I just find it really funny. So, did they make a decision on the impeachment? Oh, and hold on. I'm going to flash back to Bad Future movie review. I cannot wait for the Justice League Snyder cut to come out. Apparently, Joker's going to be in it. Someone! Yeah! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I am so excited for the Snyder cut. Anyways, but I have no idea what I was saying. Oh yeah. So I've been sitting on that video. Now that video is out, so go watch that video. Go watch both if you haven't seen them both. If you already seen them both, just play them in the background. Give me just play them in the background noise. They're just background noise. But yeah, I'm also I love how I put that at the end when I already talked about that. But yeah, the next like regular podcast, like one of these ones, should have the little segments in intros to each segment. Then, if you know what I mean, I'll be producing them. Producer credit. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Make sure you can email me with any show suggestions, movie suggestions, artist suggestions, story suggestions, literally anything at kingnotqueenpod@gmail.com. Again, it's kingnotqueenpod@gmail.com. If you're a brand that wants to work with me, which no brand's listening to this, and you don't want to work with me, but I would like if you would, you can also email me at kingnotqueenpod. Again, it's kingnotqueenpod@gmail.com. Follow or subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, guys. Please, we're trying to hit that 70 subscribers mark. You know how I'm not even gonna go there, but I'm trying to hit that 70 subscribers. So do me a favor, okay? Just do me a favor. I need 7 more. I like to grow little by little, okay? So make sure to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Mina King. There's a photo of me on there. I unfortunately got a phone call with that clip. I only had 1 clip going. Now I have 2. But you should. I'm just gonna end it there. I was just gonna keep the thought going, but I'm done with the thought. The thought's going back in my head. So yeah, make sure this clip is literally going to be less than a minute. Okay. Make sure to tune in for the next podcast. I will see you then. Bye.